let's get into what we have done this offseason. I mean, I'm sure everyone has seen it. We traveled all across the world. We made our big partnership with Bleacher Report, and I am now the new president of BR Football Gridiron. Pat on the back. But, man, I couldn't be happier to be with BR, man. I would say they changed my life in the best way, allowed me to do this open mic, talk to you guys, be more interactive with you guys. And I think that means the world to me, man. That means so much to me just because I love talking about football. I love giving you guys my insight, man. I love, just talking my smack a little bit, man. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I mean, without you guys and your interactions on what is said, we wouldn't be here today. So, man, we're going to kick off season 2 with a bang. And I mean, I know we all seen it. I was out in Tokyo with BR, wrestling sumo wrestlers. And I'm going to say, man, I thought I was a really good athlete until I got with those sumo wrestlers. They are so misunderstood. Their culture, what they stand for. I mean, these guys are offensive. I want to see an offensive tackle do a split. I mean, these guys were doing full splits. I don't even think they showed you guys all the crazy things that they did. I mean, we did a couple stretches and things like that, but these guys are so flexible. They're so strong. I mean, they're some of the best athletes I've ever seen in my life. And it's not even close. Like, these guys are like brick walls, bro. Like, I can't even explain it. These guys, like, I want to go back I might do like a off-season training there for like 2 weeks. And, of course I had to pull the line out because I didn't like all the stuff going out. But I think that kid was like 17 years old. And I'm like, at the time I was like 24. But, such a difference. And that kid was just so massive. And he's still a black belt. He's not even a traditional white belt. I mean, it's just a sight to see. Some of the stretches they showed us, I incorporated them. I mean, I feel like my hips were so tight being around those guys. I mean, they were 300 some pounds doing splits. I mean, that is just not heard of. And that was just some of the craziest things that I ever seen. I don't know if they'll be great offensive linemen because all they do is move forward. But I do think they are about 10 Vita Veys, or Dexter Lawrence's, guys who just can get off the ball, explode. I think they'll be great defensive tackles. They can move very well. I think they can hold any A gap or B gap for sure. But offensive lineman moving backwards is it's a real hard skill to learn and master, man. I don't think anyone could just move backwards. Like, we're moving full speed. And if you look how they start and finish, they're starting and they collide and they're making full collision. I think they would be better off as D tackles, to be honest with you, not offensive linemen. Offensive lineman is definitely one of the hardest positions in the game. So, I would not put that reference to each other. Some trainings that I did, obviously I stuck to my boxing. I think that's some of the best things you can do. But I think something that I learned that I like a lot that helped me on my conditioning wise, because I think I wanted to be more conditioned. I wanted to be able to run longer, sustain, and things like that, is I learned how to love to run. I started, I'm about 245 pounds, and my friends was just running miles. And I was like, man, y'all really running miles. Maybe I should just try to run a mile. And I was like, man, I don't know if I can run a mile. I probably haven't run a mile since high school. And at that time, I was like 220 pounds. And, we probably run more than a mile in a game if we probably track it. I gotta think about it. But I was like, man, I doubt I can run a mile. Then I started running a mile, and I was like, man, a mile was pretty challenging. So let me just try a mile on the court. And I just kept working up, and, I ended up getting up to about 2 miles, a little over 2 miles. And I think I just learned my thing to run, and I love the type of workouts that running has to offer. Then I did a little bit of bicycling, different things like that.